What is up, everyone? It's Ohan, and I want to talk about something today that is the question of whether or not to be stealth. There are tons of videos already on this topic, so this is not like a new idea or like a new conundrum that trans people face, it's just a reoccurring one. I also don't think I've made a video on my personal channel with a shirt on since I've had top surgery, which is how it should be. The question of whether or not to be stealth. I've had varying degrees of should I not be, I want to, I don't want to. It's just, it fluctuates. Before I was on T, like after I came out as trans, but before I was on T, I was like, I would never want to be stealth, like, I want people to know that I'm a part of the LGBT community and like know that this has shaped me. Like I was so scared to be read as just like a cis dude walking down the street. I didn't want to be read as just somebody, who's just like had all this privilege forever and takes it for granted and all the things that people, when people say like cis men and roll their eyes, like all those things, like I just didn't want to be attached to any of those things. And if you don't know what I mean, I guess those things are just like being totally unaware of all the privilege you have, or like, like being able to walk home alone late at night in the dark and not feel like you're gonna get raped every 2 seconds. These things are very real, and I just didn't want people to think that I was like totally aloof of privilege and just like a misogynist asshole, basically, which of course not all cis men are. I just didn't want to be read like that, and so in my mind I was like, I don't want to ever be stealth. I want people to know that I'm trans, and I because it has certain meaning to me in like how my experiences have shaped me as a person. Okay, you get it. However, the more that I am passing or being read as male in the world without skepticism, the more I have been thinking about what it would be like to be stealth in certain situations. For example, at work. So my work knows that I'm trans because I've been working at the same company for 3 years, and also, uh, I was going through the insurance that I get through my job. I used to have surgery, so everybody knew I was having surgery, and I think assumed if I didn't, I had to tell some people it was. I told some people it was trans related. Other people I didn't, but they assumed probably that it was. So whatever. Long story short, people know I'm trans at work. My direct department, everybody knows I'm trans. The speed at which they changed my name, like changed my name in terms of legal things, and also changed my name just like in speech. It's like, boom, who was me before this name? No, I don't know. Nobody knows. It was there are certain things that are great, and it doesn't matter that they know that I'm trans because they can still like get on board really quickly about things, and it's not a problem. But then there are other times where I'm just like, maybe it would be really nice to not have people know. Like, a certain thing was said to me yesterday. It was not intended to come from a place of insulting me, but it just felt really shitty. And I don't want to get too specific just because, I don't know, this is the internet, but like, basically, this person is a cis man, and he was saying, like, oh, if you have any questions about like being a dude, you can ask me, which I thought was like a little bit weird, but also nice. And then he said something that was like, oh yeah, like I bet you don't know this thing about dudes, like girls don't usually know this or something. And I was just like, that was like, ooh, like it just like hit me. I was like, oof. Like, I don't know, it just made me think that like this person doesn't see me as a dude, and potentially other people I work with don't either. um I don't want to lump anybody into categories or be like guilty by association, but like that was just like, really, it was not coming out of a mean place. And this, whatever, I can justify it all I want, but it still didn't feel good. And so in that moment, I was like, I just wish I was stealth, and everybody just thought I was a cis dude and didn't say things like this to me, you know? And so then it got me thinking, like, do I want to be stealth? And in some situations, yeah, I think I do, which is like, I never thought I would say this. I never thought I would be saying this. But I guess I'm just tired of like questioning whether people see me as a quote quote real man, whatever that means. I don't know. I just feel like I'm always gonna be like, the trans guy, like the guy who's almost a guy, the guy who wasn't always a guy, like things like that. And like that's my own complexes too, chiming in my brain. And like, I know I've said this hundreds of times. It's like there's no such thing as man enough. There's no such thing as trans enough. Like, da 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 da. And that is all true. But when people say things like that to you, you're like, whoa. Like, I guess this is what the world thinks sometimes. And it's just like, I don't know. I don't know. So would I ever be stealth? I think if I had the opportunity to be stealth at work, I would be. But here's the thing too. The people I work with have seen me transition from, gender non-conforming, gender queer looking person to a trans man. And so they have like a certain, they can be good with pronouns, they can be good about my name, but they still have this like memory of me in a different time, and maybe that affects that. Like, I'm thinking if I worked for somewhere where I just showed up as I look now and came out as trans, maybe I wouldn't be as dysphoric or concerned about what people thought, because like they didn't see me in any other way, literally. They just saw me as I am now. So maybe that would be like maybe I would be okay not being stealth in a context where I wasn't known pre-T. I'm trying to think if I literally am stealth to anybody. Oh my god, I don't think I am. I'm just a big tran. No, I don't think I'm stealth to anybody. Okay, but this was another funny thing that happened. I was at a bar and I was with my friend who is a queer woman, and we went into a lesbian bar, and it was just really uncomfortable for me. There were gay men there too, but like the ratio was probably like 25% gay men, 75% lesbians. And I was talking to these two girls, and it was really funny. And there's one girl, and she was wearing a dress, and she was like, guess what, like I have on dude's underwear under my dress. And then I was like, yeah, like dude's underwear are the best, like they're so comfortable. I don't know why everyone doesn't wear dude's underwear. Like I was just like, whatever, drunk and saying stupid things. And then she was like, oh, but like for us there's like all this extra space. And I was like, oh my god, you think I'm a cis dude and this is funny. So like there are certain things with like encounters with strangers that I guess I'd be stealth to, um, which I think are always kind of funny when they come up, because it's just like, oh my god, you have no idea, and this is great. Like it it's still so new to me that it hasn't gotten. I can't get past the point of being stealth, feeling like secrets. I feel like I'm fooling people, which is not what trans people are doing. It's like what we're told to think that we're doing, but it's not what we're doing. And I haven't experienced it enough to like break out of that way of thinking. And I do hope one day I just think like whatever, it doesn't faze me. But right now it does faze me, and it makes me feel like, yeah, it just makes me laugh most of the time. I was thinking about using bathrooms, and this happened to me recently. This should totally be a separate video. Oh my god, yeah, it should be a separate video. Never mind, I'm not gonna talk about it because we'll be here for days. I guess I'm at a point in my transition. I'm almost a year on T. I'm thinking about things that I never thought about before I like started T, or I'm thinking about things that I never even thought I would consider, or like I've been thinking about not getting a hysterectomy to have a child. Okay, that's like, I mean, there's like a 0.00001% chance of that happening, but like before there was a 0.00000% chance of that happening. So it's like, I don't know. It's like it's now in my brain as something that could totally theoretically potentially never but maybe happen. As you grow into yourself and become more comfortable with yourself, things that you never thought you would do, you're like, huh, okay, I could start thinking about this. So one of those things is being stealth. So tell me about your experiences being stealth or not being stealth, and some things that you like about it or not like about it. I'm interested to hear what you have to say. Yeah, so you know how to find me. I also want to do my first ever Q&A. So please send questions to my Tumblr. I have a very random collection of questions right now, all very unrelated, and I'm gonna go with 100% of them are not trans related, because in my thing I was like, they don't have to be all trans related, and so now they're all not trans related. So if you have trans related questions, you know, to even out this group of questions that I'll answer, please send them my way. Send them to my Tumblr. Link is down below in the description. I am caffeinated, effectively. I went back to work last night. It was my first day, and I already have bags under my eyes. Yay. Okay, so here we go. Again, gotta love capitalism. I'm going. I'm going right now. I'm leaving. I'm going. Bye. Bye. This construction. It's fine. I'm fine. I'm fine. I'm just gonna practice my deep breathing, because apparently it's supposed to fix everything. You know when you're just really anxious and like, oh, have you tried breathing? It's like, ow, my back is so fucked up. Oh my god. This is what it's like to live inside my brain, everybody. This is what it's like. Just thoughts that are like, okay, I'm going for real. I love you guys. I'll see you later.